So, as many of you know, I've been holding online gaming sessions for language learners all over the world since April 2023. We've had about 25 sessions so far, and overall it's been awesome. The majority of people are fantastic, positive, sharing, helpful. They're on point. But there's a considerable minority of people who have trouble, I'm realizing now, they're having trouble keeping their word to others and keeping their word even to themselves. And I see this as a great problem because I'm a teacher. That's my calling in life. I want to be an even better teacher in the future. I want to be seen as a capable mentor and coach and influencer. So more and more I'm realizing that these are the people who I really want to be able to connect with and transform. And to be honest, it seems incredibly difficult to do over the airwaves, remotely and online, because I can't physically grab those people by the shirt and say, come on, you gotta get in the game, you gotta be there. Sometimes I wish I could do that. I wish I could reach through the screen, because it's not just about language learning. It's not just about gaming. When I see this type of behavior, I know that these people, they must be struggling in other areas of life. You can't operate like this and be successful in other areas of your life. It's just not going to happen. This is a profound indicator to me. I mean, you guys might think I'm a bit OCD or a bit crazy, but when people send me just a single text or a single email, I already know the whole story. I already know how things are going to pan out between us. If you don't take your text to someone seriously, if you don't take your email to someone seriously, especially like the first impression when you're messaging a guy like me who you can see my discipline, you can see my regularity, you can see what I've created. I mean, if you admire that stuff at all, if you admire it enough that you want to message me and possibly connect with me and other people for these events, and you send a message like that, it's like, whoa, this guy, he's probably going to be problematic. He's probably going to have issues. I already see some red flags. Like I said, I already know how this is going to pan out. So I wonder, do a lot of you guys out there realize how you're conducting yourself and how you come across to others? I mean, when you tell people that you're going to do something, when you say you're going to be in the room, do you even attend? Do you show up early? Do you come late? Do you think it's okay to be late? Do you leave early? Do you think it's okay to drop out of those things early? I mean, what kind of person are you? The messaging, the communication in your life, it's so important. It's going to open a whole lot of doors, or it's going to close a whole lot of doors. Timeliness, punctuality. I mean, there's that saying that I think it goes, cleanliness is next to godliness. Sometimes I often think timeliness, punctuality is next to godliness. I love to meet people who are on time, and I've met so many people, especially those from like a military background or a police background, but not always, but it's usually those types who say, if you're not early, you're late. I love that. I love to meet people who conduct themselves in such an upright manner that it inspires the admiration and the integrity of others. And that's something that I also strive to attain in my own life. But guys, just realize this thing, again, it's not just about, don't miss the forest for the trees, and don't think, oh, it's just a game, or oh, it's just a language learning session. No, it's much more than that. And you said you were going to be there. And we've got 3 or 4 or 5 people who were expecting you to be there. And now there's an empty seat. What we're doing, it's not like a party or a language exchange. It's not like we have a limited number of seats and you won't be missed. By you saying you're going to be there and then you don't come, it throws the whole thing off because other people were expecting you. We only have seats enough for 6 people at the game, and we intend to fill those seats. And we really like that small group effect. When that gets going, it's pure magic. It's people helping people. It's people making new friends across the world, sharing the ideas, sharing those resources. And you can get involved with that. You can do that. Set your alarm. Mark your calendar. Make a habit to visit the homepage of languagecardgames.com. That's where I'm posting all the sessions. That is a reliable, dependable place. I also post updates on Twitter and Facebook, but it's usually just kind of like whenever I think of it. The real deal thing that you can always trust, that's always going to be there, is right there on the homepage of languagecardgames.com. And you can make this brain tattoo of the time for the game, because the time of our keystone game sessions is always the same. It's on Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the USA. I think that comes out to be like 2 p.m. London time in the UK and 9 p.m. China time. Now, obviously, some time zones change. Some countries, they do the time change. Sometimes the time will fall back or forward 1 hour. So we got to be cautious about that. But you can always see the times on the homepage there. So I want you to set your alarm. I want you to set 2 alarms, by the way, and keep the phone away from yourself. I want you to mark your calendar. I want you to check your devices. Make sure your devices are charged. Make sure you solve your internet connections. Guys, I don't know how you're operating in your daily life. Do you have any meaningful obligations or responsibilities? Do you even have a job that matters? I mean, guys are struggling with internet issues, with technology issues, with maybe a poor battery on their phone or their computer, and missing their email or their notifications and just not checking that stuff regularly, and it's leading them to miss events. And I'm just like, I'm shocked, because it's in my bloodstream, it's in my DNA to not miss. It does happen, but it's extremely, extremely rare. And the reason why I'm making this video today, it's not to beat you over the head, it's not to chastise and chide you and deride you, although it is, just to a degree. I want to light a fire under you to an extent. I want to put some salt on your tail to an extent, but I'm doing it because I truly do care and I really want to help you. I want to help you transform. Probably a lot of people have already talked to you about these kinds of things and maybe you brushed it off, but it truly is important. You can live a life where you keep your word, where you stand by your most brilliant designs and plans, and you yourself and others are going to watch them unfold with predictability and with regularity. But it all starts with you. It all starts with your level of commitment, your level of accountability and determination. I mean, everything starts within. It's all going to start with your mindset, how you view yourself, and how you view your commitments to others and what that means. What's your word worth? What does your word stand for? Because at the end of the day, when you remove everything else, when you remove all external things, money, possessions, cars, homes, a man only has his word at the end of the day. And if you keep your word, if you live a life of integrity, that matters so, so much. You can conduct yourself in an upright fashion, regardless of your circumstances, regardless of all the other things. I hope this video helps today, and I hope to see you in a future online gaming session for language learning. That's it for this one. Bye-bye for now.